Hey, all right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash, the bonus to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect. This is Brother Barak from GMS Tampa Bay, coming at you with another lesson. I pray is edifying and exhorting, okay? And pretty much want to go into, us paying close attention to detail, right? And that's in all things. We have to be able to see the intricate parts of things, if I'm using the right word, intricate. Matter of fact, let's pull that word up. Let's go ahead to the dictionary. Let's see here. Intricate says having many complexly irrelating parts or elements, difficult to resolve or analyze. Yep. So it's a pretty good word to use. We have to look at the difficult parts. We got to scrutinize things. Very good analyzing, and first and foremost ourselves, man. Right? Just as we go through the scriptures, attention to detail. Understanding the context, especially when you're really getting into your studying. You want to understand the context. The area surrounding it, so that way we can understand what the scriptures is saying. And that's why the scriptures speak about studies to show thyself approved. Okay, but also that's our jobs, as prophets, as teachers, as disciples of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, but also as men. We have to pay close attention to the detail of our own lives, man. Look at the intricate things of ourselves, man. That way we can grow and be better, all the way from our sleep patterns, eating patterns, our idleness. Okay, all these different things we have to, as kings, this is our kingly character, being able to see all aspects of our kingdom, and the kingdom is within us, so it starts within us. But without further ado, let's start here in Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 19, verse 1. It says, a laboring man that is given to drunkenness shall not be rich, right? That goes to ultimately controlling your appetites. It's not just about, alcohol, it's about in any of your appetites, whether it be women, food, the Lord is a balanced power. False balance is an abomination to him. So we have to be balanced. We can't be given into drunkenness and to excess, right? We have to learn to have that balance in our life and on our walk, and it just goes into paying closer attention to ourselves, man, right? And then tweaking the things that need to be tweaked. That way we can be in a better position, right? It says shall not be rich. And ultimately, what's the ultimate riches? The kingdom. The ultimate riches is the kingdom. So, if a man is given to excess, to drunkenness, to the serpentine and cares of this world, he will not be rich. He will not receive the kingdom of heaven, right? And also, in your day-to-day, if you can't control your appetites, you're constantly spending your money on everything that pops up. You just been the typical American Babylonian consumer. Jake are the biggest fucking consumers there is. So if you can't put a check on that, you're gonna blow all your funds. And then when something important comes up, you're not gonna be able to take care of that situation, because you're spending money in places that we shouldn't be spending it in. Because it goes for me as well. Jake shouldn't be in a habit of every day you spending money, man. It should be days go by that you haven't spent nothing. Why? Because you took care of things previously, right? Groceries, your gas, you took care of these things. You got your essentials. You made your grocery list. You didn't go in there just freestyling. You had all these things put together, because that's why I get caught up at a lot, freestyling, living day to day. Yeah, we have to live day to day, but we also have to have plans, man. We have to have more structure in our life, man. Okay. It says, and he that contemneth small things shall fall by little and little, right? So not making things seem as they're just so small and you can take care of them later. You just kicking that can down and down the road, man. That's little. That'll be an easy fix. Because what is a big problem? A big problem is just small problems that went unchecked, that you didn't handle at that moment. So let's get this word contempt. And Adam online, it's a verb. It says contempting, to slight or spurn, from Old French contemner, 15th century, or directly from Latin contemner, to despise, scorn, consider as of small value. You see, So the little things you consider as a small value, you know, it don't mean nothing to you at this moment. Or it don't mean nothing at all. Guess what? You're going to fall by little and little. Oh, that's just $2 I'm spending a day. Well, guess what? If you only made $5 this week, but you spent $2 for 5 days, you know, that's $10. And so what? I mean, you -5 in the hole, man. You know, and that's just a slight example. Okay, so don't despise the small things. You know, and especially in the scriptures, man. There's nothing little in the scripture. The scriptures say the scriptures was written for reproof, rebuke. You know, roughly paraphrasing. And I believe there's one more thing. But even going to edify, to edification. Edification goes back into building, right? So you can't despise the smallest things in a building because everything has its part. Everything plays its role, right? So that's the word contempt. Now let's bring this verse back because this is a heavy verse. Ecclesiastes chapter 19, verse 1. A laboring man that is given to drunkenness shall not be rich, and he that contemneth small things shall fall by little and little, right? So don't be despising and scorning the small things, looking at, you know, things as little value. We as men, if there's a problem, that problem must be fixed. If you see your tires running low on air, that's nothing you just keep pushing off. No, you put air in the tire. You know, something that's bothering you, hey, that's a problem that need to be fixed. You know, if you starting to feel ill, you know, that's a problem within your body. You can't just push it off like, nah, that'll just go away. No, you need to figure out what's going on with you, man. So that way you can address the problem, man. Okay. Verse 2, wine and women will make men of understanding to fall away. And that's what Jake loved that yayan. Okay. You know, so Jake loved to feel good. What make you feel good? You know, that yayan make you happy, and women, they go give you that pleasure. So that's, you know, that's pretty much like double pleasure. But it will make men of understanding to fall away. And also these different philosophies, man. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. Cause you can understand, and that's why the scripture say, don't be reading all these different books, man. You know, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. None should want harm. You ain't no other book could go along, can match with the scriptures, man. You see? So don't get caught up in these different philosophies. You want to learn this and learn that. No, stick to the scriptures, man. Right? But also in the physical, you know, in the practical world, you know, wine and women, man, these are dangerous things, man. Rich man, look at all these athletes, you know, they played all these different years, so many amount of years, and then they end up broke when they retire. You see, they retire with a double digit amount of $1 million, you know, $40-50 million, and they go broke. You see, out there partying all the time. And, you know, when you impaired on that drink, you know, it make you do things that you normally wouldn't do. And this is another, I looked at that word impair, and that was a heavy word, man. You read this, you'll never want to be impaired again. You know, impair, it says, re-Latinizing of earlier pondier, make worse, cause to deteriorate. So when they say that he is impaired, that means his mind is worse. And you see, our mind is already effed up over here in Babylon the Great, man. So why would you want to make it worse? You know, now you can drink. The scripture say, give wine is made to make a man merry, and give wine to a man that is ready for death. Right? So you can have enough drink where it can make you feel all bubbly and good, where you chilling. Then you can have some now you in just a bad state, a bad condition where you can't control yourself, man. You see? Have you out here chasing these women, spending your money? That's another thing that wine do. It increases your appetite for pleasure. You see? That's why most men do what? When they get on that drink, they lay with their woman, right? You see? But let's get back to the scripture. I just want to bring that word impair out. You know, it goes into to deteriorate. So don't deteriorate yourself, man. Don't deteriorate yourself out here, man. Why would you cause harm upon yourself? The scripture say, he that doeth harm to himself, to whom should he do good? You know, that's a attribute of the wicked. We're pitting on attributes of kings here. Okay, Sirach 19:2. Wine and women will make men of understanding to fall away, and he that cleaveth to harlots become impudent. You see? Always chasing that cat, man. Always chasing that cat. And they say harlots at that. And that's what majority of these women are. You see? You ain't out here running across no virgins, man. And all these women want to do is use you and drain you dry, man. You see? Rebel. You see? Because that agents of Satan, man. Especially, man, I'm speaking to the brothers in this truth, man. You on this walk, you in this truth, man. Satan always trying to get at you, man. By any means necessary, man. You know? The Lord got us, but hey, Satan be on his shit, man. You know, so this is just a constant battle. And that's why we don't want to be impaired, man. That's why we don't want to be looking over the small thing. That's why we got to be in the right state of mind, you know, so that way we can take care of our business out here, man. You see? Making sure everything flows smooth, because Satan try to pile up these problems on you and make you bug out. You see? Then you thinking that the Lord not with you, but really you're just putting off small things. Things that you consider small, things that you consider like not invaluable is another word I want to use. But you know, things you just like despising and looking over, you know, that could be causing us to slip. That's why we gotta, you know, pay attention to everything, you know. Intricate details. You want to know the details about anything that you're in. You know, if you buy a new car, you need to know the details about that car. You know, see if you will be able to oil change, do it yourself on the oil change, on the brakes. If the details on this car, damn, I gotta bring it back to the shop. I might not be able to afford that. You know, just knowing the details. But let's get back in the scripture, Salakia. Wine and women will make men of understanding to fall away, and he that cleaveth to harlots will become impudent. That's why the Apostle Paul said, what? Be as I am, you know, don't marry. You see? Because that'll bring you down. Them damn women, man, they will bring you down, man. Satan worked hard through these women. Okay, verse 3, moths and worms shall have him to heritage, and a bold